All right, I'm going to thank my sponsor, Card Kingdom, again as we go into another draft, second draft of the day, but we didn't have a great run in the first one, so we're going to see what we can do here. Card Kingdom is your source for everything you need on the Magic front. You can check out their website at cardkingdom.com or their brick and mortar stores if you're in the Pacific Northwest at Mox Boarding House, Seattle, or Bellevue. And they're going to give you competitive prices on all your Magic needs, and especially the best buy prices if you want to flip your cards for more resources. So thank you for the support, Card Kingdom, and please go check them out when you need Magic stuff. Normally I don't draft twice a day on this account, but we have fallen off of our pace of a draft a day, so I wanted to... So it's okay for us to go ahead and do it here. I don't want to take role reversal. I don't want to just reforce red, blue, but I don't see anything here that beats the gem value. I like Spark Harvest, obviously, but removal, these one-for-one removals are fine, but they're not necessarily better than for your gem value than role reversal. One thing, especially if you're new to this stream, or we also haven't, talked about this in a little bit, but of all the places where I tend to rare draft for gems, pack one, pick one is the most common place that I'm going to do it, because we don't even know what colors we are yet. We could easily take Spark Harvest and be nowhere near black at the end of the draft. The Spark Harvest pick is a lot more arguable when you know you're in black, and less so when you don't. So I'm going to take a role reversal. It's fine for the gems, and if we end up playing it, it can also be good. But we're going to start with a gem pick and then see, not marry ourselves to this, just see where we go from here. Here I like a Leyline Prowler or the Spark Harvest. This could be a spot for a Spark Harvest. Goes into more decks than the Leyline Prowler, obviously, but this is one of my favorite uncommons. So good. Valhalla, you like the Prowler over just a much more flexible Spark Harvest? Or yeah, the Bond. Bond is fine. I don't know about a two-color spell over a single-color premium removal spell. Yeah, I'm going to take Harvest for flexibility over Prowler or Bond. Bond being fine, but Harvest just being great. Augur of look at your bottom three cards. Love that Luis joke. Rarely triggers the way you want. We can just take a toll here if we're headed towards black. There's the Weird and the Visionary. Pegasus is all right, but we are not looking to jump into white. Paige likes the Pegasus. I think these are actually fairly equivalent in power level, and this is in the better color, so I'm going to take Toll. And we also already have a Spark Harvest. Saw an uncommon black creature and was hoping it was that 2/3, but it is not. This is a garbage pack. Really don't like anything I'm looking at here. On impact on the game, yeah, they have similar, like, Pegasus is better as a late top deck 1E page, but I love Toll on curve. Toll on 3, 4, 5 in that range is great. Yeah, Cat is, I think, a little less than solid, but still, I guess the pick here is not making me happy, though. I think this is a terrible start to a draft. There's Honor. Honor might be the best card here, but Finisher stays on the black plan at least. I have played 3 tolls and cut a 4th. You know, I've had 4+ tolls and have main decked 3. So generally I don't play more than 3, but I like having the 3 because it so increases your chances of that turn 3 toll that can be so devastating. Yeah, Finisher fits, but it fits in a strategy I'm not loving here. I guess we could take Bully to stay low to the ground and stay mono black. Like, let's remember that we have... we'll leave it in here for now, but again, not expecting necessarily to play the role reversal. Yeah, I'm kind of hating this draft so far, so maybe this will be a 7-0. Maybe it's just Bully or Shadow Fugue, and if we're Malkin, you know, tolling, we're just trying to strip their hand away. Ugh, I don't like any of this, though. All right, I'll take the Bully over the Silver Wing. Barely. I don't generally like black aggressive cards, no. I want to be... Oh, this is an interesting dismissal still here. So maybe that'll become something. Reaper or Giant or Honor. Since we're clearly black, let's take the Reaper. I reached the end of a draft and don't even want to play it like 1 in 100 times, you know? It happens. Take this here. Boros Wide Open. Although those are all crappy cards, so maybe it doesn't actually say that much. Time Twist, if we do end up black-blue. Bond of Revival doesn't really get you your value back on 5 mana for the most part. So we'll take Time Twist narrowly over... No, I'm going to take Shadow Fugue over Time Twist. I guess we'll take Aid over Operative. Although, no, I'm going to take Operative over Aid. If we end up in this weird deck place, we might just be low to the ground, curve out black here somehow. I don't know. This is like one of the worst first packs I've had in a long time, though. Going to be straight up. I hate this. Hey, Dionysus, I was actually just saying, we missed having you here to keep me honest on this front, but I was lamenting our 2-3 finish, but saying that nobody really used the punt emoticon, and I don't even think you would have had much to leverage in terms of punts and misplays, so we did the best we could and got magicked. All right. We got 0 Great-Hearted. We could take gems here, but this deck is so bad we might need to focus on possible... But this is terrible too. Like, what are we taking here? Ugh. I mean, Flux Channeler? Like, I don't want to take a Visionary... Like, whatever, I'm taking gems then.
You realize I do not stand alone.
Ah, this is interesting. Maybe we take Casualties and try and get some green going on. I mean, what else do we take? We take Davriel. Davriel fits in. We don't have a clear second color, so we can totally Casualties here. I'm going to take Casualties. And then see if we can't end up green. If we do, we might play the Raptor even. Probably just another finisher, though, or a Thirst even. Ugh. Yeah, black, green, white is possible here. Pegasus, you know, if I'm thinking that we're going to play black, green, and splash, maybe we don't want a Raptor, we'd just rather have a Pegasus. But, again, this all feels pretty... I don't want to take this over... I'm just going to actually, because of curve, I'm just going to take the Thirst. Well, I guess we do have a Johnny the Great-Hearted. Let me reconsider that, especially if we try to head this direction. Okay, maybe I do pivot towards that. All right. See if we can make this happen. Maybe we need to take Firemine Vessel with what we're up to here. Really goes against the lower curve nature of the black. And I do love the Reaver, though. Yeah, I love the Reaver, and I want as many as I can get. It's just if we're doing a weird splash, the vessel matters. But we also are in pack 2 and have some time. I really don't like this as fixing. I'm going to take the Reaver, shore up our 2s, and we'll see about expanding to our splash. We have one Spark Reaper already, maybe just an Opportunist, or I guess Druid. Yeah, we'll take Druid. I'm going to take Druid. We really want to try this green approach here. And on that front, I'm going to take Snare Spinner over Dread Malkin, because if we are black-green, we're doing this more than we're doing this, if you know what I mean. Yeah, sorry, we'll get the red-blue out, clear things up. Also, I can get in my draft view. That might... Well, see, then I'm covering cards. I don't know. I need to redo everything around here. Who designed this layout? I mean, this part's sweet. That was Oni Spumoni, but actually hide up here for now. Boom. Maybe we do play Bond of Revival. Probably not, though. Just more big stuff. Makes sense here. Go away, Bond. We don't need you. We do need a Guild Globe, though. That's going to help our splash. Another Spinner. Unlikely Aid or Ghost Form. We could Ghost Form for a Johnny or whatever, but that's silly. We may play an Aid. Probably not. Probably not, but we'll take it. Not main decking this, I don't think, but we'll consider it. All right, here we go. Amazing thing. Give us a Bantu. How about Bantu? On color rare, though. And a reasonable finisher. Yeah, I could hang out here. Here, let me try that. Let's go. If you'll bear with me for a moment. We're moving. Do 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 do. Rolling, rolling, rolling. I think I need to get a little smaller, though, for this view. Let's shrink and roll. All right. Let's see how that works. And what's going on in Vero? Yeah, we're taking Plane-Wide Celebration by Wanderer's Strike, but this is pretty cool. We've veered away from this. In fact, let's pull that. And we have a band together, though. That's nice. Not a lot going on here for us. We are splashing white. We could take a Celebrant to have a presence on the battlefield that threatens some closing reach, but it's not really what this deck is trying to do. Yeah, go away, Jackson, with your grazers. Nobody's taking your grazer bait. I don't think we want to play these Shadow Fugues. Maybe we just add a Herald here. We have one finisher as it is, and not much present. I really don't want to run these. Let's make these go away. And drop in Herald. Another Reaver seems good here over... Oh, Band Together. Band Together or Reaver? What do we need more? Extra removal or extra twos? Probably don't want to play this if we can help it. But we don't mind the spinners. Also don't want to play this. Or this. I don't think it's an easy Band Together. Laptop Reaver is so good. And when you're black-green, Band Together is less important because you tend to get removal of your own, although it's not like we have that so far. We just have the Spark Harvest. I don't necessarily agree with you, X4, on that extreme position, but I think mainly we are solid enough at 2 right now to justify it. If we were lighter at 2, I would absolutely prioritize the Reaver. Probably just help our splash over Wrangle. I mean, the Wrangler would be buffed here and here, but not really anywhere else in the whole deck. So yeah, I'm gonna... I think we want the Globe. It's not like we have the classic green fixing available to us, and I really want to play this Ajani now. So I think we have to Okay, we'll reconsider the cat at deck building. I'm not into it right now, but you could maybe sway me. But we're definitely going to take Globe here. I think it's important. Another finisher, I suppose, or a first Thirst. I think we may be too far down on this card. I find there are often 2 toughness targets that I want to hit on turn 5 or 6 or whatever. Yeah, we can take Croc, but I don't think we have a Thirst. Never took a Thirst. Took other stuff. Didn't we? There's another place where I failed to properly pick. I'm going to take Thirst here. I like it enough. Ooh, I guess if I'd known that was coming, maybe I wouldn't. We could just get big. Not sure we're running this Worm, but I think I like having it as an option over the second Thirst. Charity Extractor, Revival, Forced Landing, number 2, and we're not really going to play number 1. We're at 22 playables, so we'll get there. We'll get some kind of a deck together here. But what does it involve from this pack? I'm going to say we're never playing 2 Bonds. We already have 1 Forced Landing, though, right? Maybe we play one of those. And take a Charity Extractor as a possibility, but I don't think we want this. All right, a 2 or a 3. Yeah, I could have taken Bond for Vault, but that, you know, I'm pretty value oriented, but I don't care too much if I have any chance of playing the card over the uncommon. I'll take the card. Yeah, we're probably not playing either of these. But yeah, let's take Finisher. This is where I'll take Vault Progress. We're definitely not playing a 3rd Shadow Fugue. Yeah, a bunch of Garbo. And we got 60 gems on the grind. I didn't look to see if we should have crafted anything there. In fact, yeah, I think we only had the one Ajani. This was our first Ajani, so I should have gone and crafted some Ajanis. Anyway, one cut to make here, and while you all think about that, I'm going to take a quick bio break. Be right back. All right, what do we do with this mess? We can bring things in too. We've got Bond of Revival, Shadow Fugue, Kitty Cat, that was discussed. We could consider the Kitty Cat. But if we look at numbers, 14 creatures. Yeah, this worm, I'm with you, probably isn't doing what we want for the deck. Definitely leaving the globes in. We want them for our splash. Yeah, it's not great. But, I mean, I guess if the last deck were par 4.5, this is like par 1. Cut Raptor for what? What are you bringing back in? A lot of garbage to consider here. If the globe were just cycle 2, like if that's all it did, I'd be with you. But it's not air. I want good mana. I want to cast a Johnny. I mean, operative might be a justifiable inclusion over like the snare spinner if we thought, but we're trying to build up to this stuff. To this. I'm gonna run this. What do we call this? Casualties of packs. Well, if we lose quick, I'll be able to make my lunch date. This may be a loose splash. I'm going to start with it and we'll see how it feels. There's my lunch date now. Hey, Dweebicus. At least I know my lunch date is aware of my circumstances. How do I get... what? You know, I used to work on this. You'd think I'd know how to get rid of the accidental display. I guess the... it doesn't matter. Our bottom display covers it anyway. All right, well, everything here is the same except the record. We'll correct this record. Get over here. And we'll keep and be sad about our questionable splash, but this is keepable otherwise. Great initial data point for this controversial inclusion. But see, look, easy. Forgetting that Globe draws a card would be a good reason to not want to have Globe in the deck. I'm going to go ahead and Reaper now. And then next turn we could do Raptor Thirst. AVB makes an excellent point about our splash and the way we're doing it, which is that by having 3 sources, 2 of which are globes, mean that supporting your splash on one card denies the ability to splash the other. Well, we're not going to get any proliferate value here, but we are going to follow through on the plan. Reason... Yeah, I'm going to do this while shields are down. It's more likely that they have something to mess with our thirst if we wait for them to untap than that we get them with some kind of 2-for-1. Let's do it. No. What? What? No. Thank you. All right. That globe was messing with me. There we go. We're in pretty bad shape here. Although, if Oppo would play a Planeswalker and a different creature, we could get the full, legit 5-for-1 off of our Casualties of War. I mean, I guess so, right? Like, what are we waiting for? Something better? I don't know. I feel, again, pretty unhappy about our prospects, given the card ratios. But, yeah, I know they know we have it. The eyeball's right there. But still doesn't necessarily mean there's not there might not be better to hold it. But I think, yeah, our best chance here is that they actually have air up here. They're not... doing what they want to do, and our two creatures here just kind of get there. We now have Casualties of War mana, at least. Uh-oh, they get their splash here. Not looking good. When you're getting outclassed by unplayable-ish 6-drops, not that it's completely unplayable, but it's not my favorite of this cycle. They've shown discard, and we have plane-wide celebration, so I'm not going to sandbag a land. We're just going to play it. I don't know, we're playing great. Luck's not going our way, but I'm happy with our decisions. I don't think we can beat that unless we find removal off the top here. And in the meantime, we're still trying to beat these. Oh man, you missed it, Vaporkin. You would have been so pleased. We got a lot of rough luck, and despite playing well, having a plan, and playing to our outs, we 2 and 3'd that one. Hey, well, we did draw exactly the removal needed to not just be stone dead to what's going on here. Yeah, like... Yeah, we just gotta go for the angel. Still pretty dead, as you say. We're not blocking yet, so I'm gonna actually get an attack with both of these. Plane-wide celebration off the top does something. Gives us some life. Even plane-wide celebration doesn't really help us here. Casualties of war, I suppose, is where it starts. We need to draw that off the top. Even that doesn't help now, because casualties is going to be thwarted by unlikely aid. It wouldn't have done anything. Like, we just needed to find something for the flyer. Couldn't find it. Yeah, Oppo's mana was sketchier than ours. All right, let's revisit that. I am questioning the thing that has me questioning the Raptor Splash is more the way that the globes. Then it becomes kind of a 2-card splash for a Johnny. I wanna focus our globe splash capabilities on getting a Johnny out, and then. Could bring in an operative or just go bigger again. Yeah, we cut forced landing. We could bring forced landing back in. That's a thing we could do. We have 2 band-togethers, casualties, spark, and thirst is our removal. So. Yeah, it shores a weakness. All right, we'll try it. You like aid? I don't know if I like aid. Am I being results oriented with this change? No, as I've talked about, you know, it can be hard to know when to what is the difference between being results oriented and what is the difference between being results oriented and properly iterating on your deck to make it better. And my line is I need to explain what has changed. Valhalla, if I couldn't explain what had changed in my head about that situation, then I might be guilty of being results-oriented. But forced landing was one of the final cuts in the deck. So in terms of what we bring in if we cut something, it's not that we lost to a flyer, it's that it was literally one of the final cuts of the deck and one of the things we would consider bringing in. And very specifically, the clarifying and really coming to that understanding that the guild globes, having to use a guild globe to splash the somewhat underwhelming 2/3 could cost us the ability to splash a Johnny, and that's a factor that I hadn't been including in my assessment of splashing the 2/3 that pushed me back over the line. So that's why it's not about having a results-oriented response to flyers such that we're bringing this in. It's a thoughtful response to the awareness that there's a real cost in our tools for splashing by splashing a lesser card like this. Great to see our third land for the turn 3 toll. And we could wait and proliferate instead with the Pollen Bright Druid on the toll token, but that doesn't make any sense to me. We're just gonna make our 2/2 and call it good. All right, Oppo, what you got? A Toll of their own, a Jaya, Assault, and a Manticore. Then we have to toll their toll. Right? I mean, if we let them toll us, they take our removal for... I mean, we take Jaya, because that's where our removal is going to be pointed anyway. Alright, we'll toll the toll. Rough to not have anything relevant for 4, but hopefully we find a land and start dumping our 5s. They get an assault team here. Maybe I was supposed to leave back the zombie army to threaten the assault team, but... That's a super bummer. We'll play the Snare Spinner, and... we'll send in the Druid. This time we'll leave this back. Should have left that back. I don't know if it was a punt, but it was a regret. I should have just left this back to threaten the team. If Jaya wants to come out and pop off that army token, that's okay too. But ideally it sticks around and then we can Spark Harvest it away if we don't draw a land. Another one, you say. I don't know, is that all that bad? Kind of just like trading here. Rut row for somebody. Yeah, I'm not sure what they expected me to do there. I was pretty happy with that result. Well, keep throwing out our 5s. Spark Harvest band together is a good combo here. If we had to, we could ditch the Druid to take out... we could basically take out 2 things that they do here. Only thing we know about is Jaya and a 6-drop they can't currently cast. But lack of a 6th land means they have 3 other options we don't know about that could potentially be disruptive to our game plan. It's not how I would describe the Prophet. I'm going to go ahead and play the Dread Malkin now and not worry about Spark Harvest yet. This gives us both Band Together and Instant Speed Sacrifice as things we could do here. But I'm just going to attack with the Trampler, see what they've got. They're taking it. Okay. Alright, I like having this Band Together ready. If they find a 6th land and try to stabilize with the Manticore, then we can band together the Manticore side of things, and then they're left with a 1/3 and a 2/2, and we can untap with a Spark Harvest as well. So now this is interesting. We'll see where they go with this, because... no, I don't think we identified a Bolt Bend. Was there some pause that you noticed that I was not paying attention to? But I don't know if they have a Bolt Bend or something. Oh, this.
Time to set something on fire.
I mean, sure. Not even sure. You don't even need to band together here.
I have a reputation to uphold.
And they're dead. Because now we're just going to band together the creature and get in for 5. All right, well, we're not going to offer this one, at least. Picked up 1 to the good. Funny that Laroon can't tap our Dread Malkin. And future plan is to turn 3 bully it and then sack the bully to it to make it even bigger. We got some... Note the pauses there. Not sure what that means about what's in their hand, but they're definitely pausing for the action. No, they weren't there, though. Was it... Oh, maybe it was, like, Divine Arrow? Interesting that they didn't use it if they had it. But the fact that there were pauses for our opponent during combat, but then not after we played something in the main phase, suggests a combat-restricted spell as what their instant is. Yeah, if it was promotion, though, it would have paused after we cast the Snare Spinner, right? Unless they've changed something about that. So we're still going to follow through on the plan, though, of Iron Bully countering on the Dread Malkin. And we could attack, and if they block, we get to choose between Enforcer or Battalion in terms of killing. But I think we'll stay back and see what they want to do about trying to attack through our defenses here. And now they're holding this, holding that up again. Totally suspicious. But we do have finisher. I wonder if we send in the bully and just see, kind of see what happens. Because a lot of things can, you know, you can just do a lot of things here, and it's not particularly scrutable for Oppo what we're up to. They probably think we're gonna sack it to make the Dread Malkin bigger, but we really wanna, I wanna use it to take out one of their creatures. Question is which one? I guess that we take out the Enforcer. Looks like there's some mixed opinions in chat, but I'm gonna go with Enforcer here. I'm with you exactly, Q-Tasky. I was playing a lot of black-green early on and have fallen off, not because I don't like it, but because it just hasn't been there as much. But also, the failures of black-green are exactly as you described in my experience, that that if you don't get the bombs, you don't get there. I think it lacks card draw, for one thing. If you're going to be grindy, get to your bombs type black deck, black-green, you really hope to have some card draw to help win the attrition battle on your way to finding your bomb. Offering a trade, but we're going to decline here. Well, Arrow still can't do much about that. I'm going to send him with... oops, no. I'm going to send him with Dread Malkin, not sack anything. Although we could. No, no need yet. I'm going to just send in the Dread Malkin, and we're going to try and trade a finisher for a battalion. Or for the arrow that we expect they have in their hand. But with 3 mana up, if they go to arrow the finisher, at least we can Dread Malkin it. That's pretty good that they found a hasty creature. But we're going to make him make some choices here. And we're going to block, put 1 on the finisher, and then double block here. Because if they choose to use the arrow on one of the snare spinners, the other one still successfully bounces off the 10th district. And if they try to save their battalion, at least we have the Dread Malkin play in response. Why double block one of the battalions? It doesn't kill it, and yeah. If they didn't get the trigger, then yeah. Also interesting. Yeah, we won't sack to the Dread Malkin. We'll let all this happen. Yeah, it makes sense, Eddie. I think you had the right block in that instance, but here we get to power up.
Honor and courage. me.
And we have Vigilance. That's sweet. I guess, though, if we still think they have Arrow, I guess we're happy. We're okay with them. They can Arrow whatever they want here, including the Dread Malkin, right? Like, go ahead. Let us know you have it. Well, they didn't have a great arrow spot because they saw exactly what I was talking about. Like if they arrowed the 3/2, we just get to make a 4/4 Dread Malkin, and if they arrow the Snare Spinner, yeah, they get their Snare Spinner, but they don't get. It's just a 1-for-1. I think they were trying to get more out of it than that. Yeah. Well, Force Landing is proving a little narrow for us this game, but they're in white. I'm expecting a flyer at some point here. Oh, interesting. Wow, that's like the best top of the statue has ever been. And I gotta chump. How do I not chump and save a Johnny? Find a creature, we'll be very happy about that. If not, we still at least have a Snare Spinner that can now block it. So yeah, not our favorite result there, but on terms of a top deck.
If I have to light the way, I will.
But now Snare Spinner threatens to just eat Battalion. We'll see if they have anything else here. Hopefully they play just a simple 3/4 flyer for 5. How about that? Oh yeah, I could have attacked. My bad. I've only played with a Johnny a couple of times, so I forgot his ability. It's not going to matter, it looks like. If they have removal, we're just toast. I mean, our deck is not great, but losing to the all-battalion deck is... not my favorite. Not my favorite result.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
Still not dead, though. We got a trade for one of the battalions. We lose a Johnny to the other one, and then we draw some removal for the 5/4. These are not great. I just said I don't like losing to the the bottomless battalion deck. Come on, this has got topple the statue and triple battalion. It's not the most impressive work I've ever seen.
Familiar taste.
All right, really kill it. I guess maybe they were worried I might have had something. That's fair. I'm gonna block here because if they're out of creatures, then they stop growing. But then we just come around and trade on this one anyway, so whatever. I think we're done for. Q-Tasky, are you suggesting that our deck is like just as janky as theirs? I mean, I did acknowledge, I opened with, I know our deck isn't anything special, but ... And Force Landing is a deliberate choice. It's a strikeout home run card that sometimes ends up as a blank in your hand, but when you cast it, you're generally casting a B+ level premium removal spell. So that's the trade-off. Oh, I just missed a vigilance attack, Dionysus. It had no impact on anything because we're just dead to all this stuff, but that was the punt. Can't believe you missed it. What? You not paying attention? Come on, Dionysus. It's the kind of punt that doesn't really matter too much with this deck because it's looking to win a grindy later game. So it was unlikely that that 2 life actually mattered. Like, oh, if they had just been at, been at that lower life, it wasn't 2 life, it was more, but if they had been at X life lower, we would have won. That's unlikely to happen in the situation with this deck, but it doesn't change that it was a mistake. So, well, we've had quite a run lately on the stream and in this format. I've come up with a lot of max wins on and off stream. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Closing in on more min wins than max wins today. But let's see if we can get one more. At least we get the free-to-play accounts 4 wins on the day. Hey, Kraz, glad you could make it. Thanks for checking out the stream after hearing the show. Well, Double D's, you're not wrong. Actually, one of my 7 wins that I did off air over the weekend came after a 1-2 start, so it is possible. We'll keep this. Yeah, we don't have a 3 yet, so we're going to start on Dread Malkin and then Globe on 3. I mean, we have Band Together, but I'm assuming we're not going to play it on 3. And if Wrangler sends in, we're going to block. Trade for a Trick or a Wrangler. Yeah, that's great. Oppo using Band Together on a 1-1 Kitty Cat. Nice for us. And nothing... so hopefully we get a land off the top to head towards a Johnny. We're not going to start with a Johnny. We're going to play Herald, we hope. Oof. No land, but let's toll them. Get rid of whatever the best of what they got left is, and the toll token can block both of their current creatures. Another Band Together and Aid the Fallen, but yeah, let's just ditch this Croc. That's going to give us enough problems that I want to ditch it, make them use the Aid the Fallen. Actually, let's see if they have... Yeah, they don't have a Planeswalker yet, so we're going to ditch the Croc. I think they might use the thing to save it no matter how we block. This is a worse threat long game and doesn't have trample, so we would save a point, but this could get much bigger in their deck. I'm gonna go with the Opportunist, but I'm not certain of this one. Maybe it should just be the Wrangler. I'm gonna do the Wrangler. Probably not, like, based on what they did before, they may just sack it. No? Alright. That's great too. Didn't replay it though. Why wouldn't they replay it? What do you think that means? I don't know, but we're gonna herald it up here. I'm cool with offering this trade to, like, on the one hand we've got a Johnny, on the other hand this puts a new creature on the battlefield. If they want to use removal on it, that's okay too. He got the Croc back. Okay, well if they got the Croc back, maybe I need to rethink. and we want this to get bigger. No, I'm gonna still take the trade. Hey Jagsto, glad you could join us. Good morning to you. Yeah, Herald trades with the clock. So does the finisher, though. So does all the stuff. Finisher's going to trade with Band together, though. We'll find land and then have Saratok out, too. Alright, well, now we get to see how questionable that play was, because if they can take out the Saratok, then we've got issues. And I'm going to attack because we don't want to block. If they attack in, we can consider taking it and dropping a Johnny next turn to get the Saratok to 5/6, where it can technically, at current stats, block and eat the Croc. But it may be greedy to do that. If they've got some kind of trick, we can't beat that anyway. And I don't think I want to let them draw it. I think I just want to try and... Yeah, Johnny plus the army does trade with the Croc, so maybe we take one more. Let's do it. I'm going to be greedy here. Ooh, this could hurt. But I think I like the Johnny play, because that gives us a Saratok that can eat it, and an army that can trade with it, if we can live here. Okay. Well, maybe new plan-ish, because now that's a problem. Although we could still Greatheart and have Thirst. Yeah, actually, I'm going to do... It's, again, a little bit risky. Oh, no, no, no! Oh, auto-tap! Auto-tap!
Shall always conquer dark.
We still might be okay. It's just that we don't have the Sorin's Thirst backup help. We were supposed to eat here and trade here, and, you know... Man. We do get this attack, though, right? I'm not going to mess this up this time. Just need to survive removal. But that Thirst tap was really depressing. Wasn't a punt, Dionysus. That I gotta call you on that. I mean, I don't know if you like. I really like punts keeping me honest as a thinking Magic player. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that you're strict on me, Dionysus, when it comes to punts, but they really have to be, they ought to be about my decisions and awareness, not about an interface issue. But this looks good for us. Are they a little desperate? Even a Johnny gets to live here. And they're both going at a Johnny. Yeah, this is pretty straightforward, I think.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
We have a band together that can, at instant speed, reach out and kill that Ceratok if they do anything troubling. So we're going to go ahead... Oops. We're going to keep pressuring and use this band together as protection against what they might do at instant speed against us. I'm gonna be super mean. We have instant speed Soren's Thirst and instant speed band together to just punish the heck out of them for blocking at all.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
So I'm gonna do it this way. Why do you want to wait? Well, this isn't an artifact. It's just a... If you were thinking Casualty gets gets both of them, it doesn't. Kind of did what he had to, and then we had the same play on the attack back anyway. Alright, crawled up to 2 wins with this. Closing in on the end of my stream. Hopefully I have to stop the stream because we haven't bombed out of the event yet, and we have to pick it up tomorrow. But this is likely to be my last match, hopefully not via loss. It's not early. Noon is my target every day. I just go over most days, but I have a lunch date to keep. Now, if they drop a swamp, this might not be very useful. There's not many flyers in green-black, but looks like a little bit of an oddball green-blue into crunchy crunch, huh? Let's see, Pollen Bright doing its proliferate thing later could be good for a Johnny, but there's nothing else really going on that front, so we'll go ahead and... Although playing the Globe now does allow for a potential turn for a Johnny, but I think we want to go Pollen Bright, Finisher, and then see where the game takes us. They're not interested in even offering that trade. Probably means we can attack in and they won't block. And if we decide it's important, we could always band together. Interesting. I was not expecting that based on their decision not to attack, but I'm not going to save it here, even though a Johnny loves company. Feels incorrect to me to save it here. And a sad 3-2 for 3, but we're going to play on curve and not get cute. And maybe they'll... Hey, no escape is all right. Stratic likes the globe there. You want to find our land and avoid the no escape? I don't mind trading no escape for that. in that spot anyway.
World yields art, not
All right, well now we get Globe and Kitty. And a follow-up land, not bad. Now, a Johnny does not help on this board, so maybe that attack was bad in the end. I thought I would have more presence now than I do. Yeah, I'm not sure what this deck is accomplishing, but it is beating us, so, you know. I guess we Reaver and try to set up a better Johnny. In our dream world, we'll go ahead and attack Saheeli. Can't block. In our dream world, they play a nice flyer here.
your only art.
Ugh, that is so not a nice flyer.
Leave my territory.
Oppressive Planeswalker and nice flyer, not the same thing at all. Well, looks like we get to finish 2 events today. 2 whole events in one on-time stream. What are the chances of that? A couple of 2-3s will do that to us. I suppose we're not dead, but things do not look good, folks. They do not look good at all. And we're gonna have to go ahead and minus here. I just don't know how we win here, though. I guess we march right up to plane wide and somehow match Arlen, but yeah, this is the free account. We did 2 drafts on the free account today. Both of them painful to our bankroll.
I will teach you humility. You were not destined to fight.
2-3. Last draft went disappointing 2-3. This is more like a, yeah, we could have seen that coming 2-3.
Some lessons for you all.
Johnny is deader than dead. We're not going to use any resources to try and save him.
A familiar taste, but one that shows no.
Please
But
protect me.
we're as dead as a Johnny here. I mean, I just don't even know. Strategy didn't like that. Like, what are we gonna? We want to? You want to chump to keep a Johnny alive? Yeah, but if there's ways that we can get them bigger, I don't know. I'm trying to get more board presence out here before we do any blocking. I suppose we could have 1-for-1 there. I was just doing the... Yeah, we could kill the wolf. We could band together the wolf or the weird. Might even need to do the weird. I guess the wolf is more troublesome. We're at 16. So we can withstand a big crackback, especially if Saheeli's dead. So yeah, we'll look to take out do some damage to planeswalkers here.
Learn from filthy.
All right, well, Arlen is down a wolf because of that attack, and we got rid of Saheeli, so we're not facing double Ceratok on the attack this turn. But this is going to hurt. Okay. Forced landing has been absolutely awful. I don't want to be too result-oriented about it. It's great when you face flyers, and we're pretty weak to flyers, and most decks have flyers, so it's been unusual how bad it's been. Sure. No attacking this time. I guess we might... We put everything on... I guess we take the Ceratok, and let's take out Arlen just in case. Yeah, let's do that with the army, because that's something we might sack to Dreadmalkin toughness, power toughness. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna do this.
Fierce enough.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. Like, we do have... Yeah, next turn, if we plane wide, we can get a Johnny back. And... But now we're going to have to... 2-for-1 ourselves. But we got to take out the 5/6. I don't think we can let that connect. Oh yeah, you're right. We could though. We could get the globe back too, which we might have to do if we go for a Johnny. You just want to take this, X Roland. I guess we know they have nothing else, and we may plane wide into better defenses. Yeah, I'll pass, and we'll see if we can find a land for the celebration. No, but that's not bad. That's not bad. We can work with that, can't we? We can. Artifact, creature, and sure, one of these. No tax. Oh, we need that land now, baby. Oh, well, not the land, but we're still kicking. Still kicking.
Mind.
Miss! Narset for no value. Ah. Time Twist. Doesn't work well with these, but can reset Narset. Okay, now we got decisions. Alright. If we get a Johnny, we need to bring back the Globe, which is 2 of our activations. Do we want to do that? We could make... I think I think we bring back a Johnny and Globe. And Life and Proliferate. Yeah, we could just... Yeah, Rocky Proliferate 4X. You're not... You know, that could be something real here. Druid, 4 life... Interesting. This is a fascinating choice. I like this one. This is difficult. We might not have time for a Johnny. Let's start here. We know we're doing it. I'm gonna go... A Johnny, Globe. I like the life and proliferate. Yeah. Had to make a call, so we're trying it this way. I'm not sure that was great, but the rope. If I had time, I could have taken 3 minutes plus with that decision. And now we're gonna wait. No attacks. If we're gonna do a Johnny Guild Globe, we got to do no attacks here and just try and get these bigger next turn.
I have just the trick for this.
Well, that made me... No, we can even withstand that. If they go Samut plus, I think we can take. Uh-oh, they're digging through their graveyard. What do they got in there? How are you getting stuff back? Why do we care about your graveyard? What are you doing? Any thoughts? What is in... do they have Tameo? Like, what's in green-blue that makes them care about their graveyard? Yeah, oh, it could be a celebration of their own? A weird? Good call on the weird. I thought we had it till we got counter celebrated. Didn't get to draw, but we still get to cast.
Honor and courage. Turn back while you still can.
Now they get to block 2 if they want. How do we want to do this? How do we possibly win with this, what's coming here? If we do this, I think we have to. I think we just gotta... We can only win by swinging away here. They have a double block, but I don't know what else to do. Yeah, we didn't really think about the fact that we weren't going to draw a card, but maybe 2 of the 4 modes on Celebration are worth the Ajani anyway, especially if we, you know... I mean, they got their own... If they didn't have that, I think our line is great.
You were not destined to fight.
They've got Time Twist at the ready. If we attack in with both, I guess it doesn't matter. We got to. Like, all we can do is go at face here. No Globe. We won't draw a card. Globe is literally pay 2 mana, do nothing. We are just all going to be forgetting collectively Planeswalker statics for the rest of this format.
Friend, I'm glad let nature guide you.
Not the pull we needed.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
This is your hunt now.
Oh my goodness, chat. Keep up. Sorry, Tonelock, I'm a little snippy because we've just answered this many times now. Narset. Each opponent cannot draw more than one card each turn. Playing Globe does literal 0. Yeah, and again, I'm not being aloof or better than you about that. The number of Planeswalker passives I've missed on stream is quite immense. Let's see. They're doing this. Let's say, what do we draw that lets us suddenly kind of win? We get Challenger Troll. Yeah, our out here is like Challenger Troll, and in that case, we don't care about the Ajani. Like we want to play to our one out, which I believe is Challenger Troll, forcing some tough blocks. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna beat a second plane-wide celebration. I think we're just dead here, folks. That's all right. Means I get to do 2 complete events today. You got 2 drafts for the price of 1 stream, and I'm gonna not be too late for my lunch date. You still there, Dave? All right, here's where they get plane-wide celebration, and we can really just kind of scoop it up. See if they figure it out. Then I'm going to scoop. What? All right, your 2 plane-wide celebrations were a bigger party than my one, I admit.
Go, my children. Fight.
They had a nice deck. We had a weak one. I'm not too upset. Let's see. I screwed up a Planeswalker passive. I missed one Johnny attack because of forgetting that passive. But beyond that, I don't feel like we missed too much of the opportunities that this draft presented us with. So there you go. Let's see who we're gonna raid.